Hello and welcome to Math with Beth. Anywho, it's time for factoring. We're going to factor trinomials, quadratic trinomials with a equals 1. What that basically means is there's never going to be a number in front other than 1, which means you won't see a number in front. But what it also means is it's the easier type of factoring for trinomials. So there is a more complicated way you need to learn for when there's a number in front. But for now, there's no number in front. You should be able to go to the two parentheses pretty easily. Because of the x squared, there will always be an x here and here. So that's the easiest part. And now you just need to figure out what numbers go. This is a little tricky because these numbers need to do two things. They need to multiply to get to that last number, and they need to add up because of the way foiling goes to the middle number. So they need to multiply to this number and add to this number. So if you start with the negative 10 on the side, you won't have to do this for every problem, but for now, if you list all of the ways to get to negative 10 with two numbers, like negative 10 times 1 or 10 times negative 1, there's also 5 times negative 2 and negative 5 times 2. That's it. Those are your options. So you could list them all out and then see which of these, if I added the two numbers together, would give me a positive 3. This one. So there should only be one. So it's the one with a positive 5. So I say plus 5 and a negative 2. You will see if you FOIL this out. So x times x times negative 2, 5 times x, and 5 times negative 2. If you continue, you will get what we had when we started. So it does work. And if you do that once or twice, hopefully you'll see why we need these numbers to multiply to that negative 10, but add up because of this. They need to add up to the positive 3. So you do not need to do any of this. This is just extra me showing you that it works. So let's try the next one. As long as there's a 1 here, I'm ready to go to my two parentheses. I take the 20 and I start listing different combinations. But remember, this time, since the 20 is positive, I need the two numbers to both be positive. Or don't forget, they could both be negative, and that would also work. So there's lots of options here. This time I'm just going to stop when I see the one that's going to work, because I can see that 5 plus 4 will give me 9. So I could sit here and keep going if I wanted to, but I'm kind of wasting my time if I've already found the numbers that will add up to 9. So plus 5, plus 4. That's basically it. Just be careful with your signs. So I have a negative this time. So I'm back to needing one negative and one positive. 9 and negative 3, which almost gets me what I'm looking for. But do you see that that would add up to 6, but I need negative 6? So I probably just need to switch my signs. Yes, this would work. So I need x minus 9 and x plus 3. 28 is what I'm looking for. 7 and 4 would get me to 11, so I'm close. But again, don't forget for the positives, we need 2 positives or 2 negatives. Definitely do not ever do one of each if you're trying to multiply to a positive number. So x minus 7, x minus 4. You can pause now if you would like and try these 4, and then I will do it for you. Make sure your signs are perfect. If you had x plus 1 and then x minus 4, that is totally fine. The order doesn't matter. But what matters is the 4 has to have the minus with it, and the 1 needs the plus, or else you're not going to get to that minus 3 in the middle. This one, be careful with that positive 12, since we're trying to get to a negative 7. you're going to need two negatives. So I'm not showing the part where I'm doing the list. So I'm hoping you get that now. So if you're still making your list, that's fine. But I'm just showing you the work so you can check. This one's a little trickier, so maybe I'll start my list. Make sure you get that that's a 1 I'm looking for in the middle, a positive 1. So it's probably not going to be something like 10 and negative 2. Those are too far apart. 10 and 2 are 8 apart, so that's going to give me some kind of 8. So 5 and 4 is what I want, but I need one positive and one negative. If I did it this way, I would end up with a negative 1, and that's not what I want. So I need to change it to this. So x plus 5, x minus 4. If you're ready, now you can go find my video about factoring trinomials with a greater than 1, which means there's going to be a number out front that you have to deal with to make it a little bit more complicated. Okay, I hope this helps, and I will see you next time.